This is Dee Why, a suburb on Sydney's northern beaches. And a lot of the streets around here have heaps of apartments just like these ones. Classic red and blonde brick 3-storey walk-ups with communal garden spaces in between. Often communal gardens can be a bit ho-hum. Because they belong to everyone, sometimes it feels like they belong to no one, and they don't really get used to their full potential. But one of the apartments in this block is owned by a professional gardener, and I reckon that's a good sign. Looks like I found the place.
How you going?
I've come to learn about your walls.
Fantastic.
Newton Bishop's been a landscaper his whole adult life. I'm told he's turned the share garden at the back of this block into something a bit special. It's the suburban modern-day edition of the secret garden. Wow, this is absolutely packed with plants. How long have you been working on this project?
About 8 years.
8 years? Yeah. What is this structure that everything's attached to?
It's a brick ventilation stack for the underground car park.
You've won a huge amount of real estate when you think about it. That's 25 square metres around a footprint of 2.5 square metres. I really want to have a look at how the plant species vary around the aspects. There's so many plants packed in here. There's even some carnivorous pitcher plants growing up the wall. What have you used here predominantly?
Bromeliads and tillandsias from South America and Central America. They thrive on the heat and they have little vases that hold water, so they're very adaptable and very self-sufficient.
And what other species are you experimenting with as you turn the corner and come into this space here?
Types of ferns, like basket ferns, like the drinaria, which is an excellent native species. Then the platycerium, staghorns and elkhorns. They attach as an epiphyte, so they don't need to have soil, so to speak. They just need their roots to attach to trees or to rocks. They can be mounted like a tree, or they're mounted on timber. The timber's been connected, so it's like a branch, and they attach roots.
So you've just got a couple of hooks on the back here, and then you hang it onto that wire mesh. Can we have a go at making one of those?
Certainly.
So this mesh is really the frame you're going to hang it all off?
Yes.
I mean, I suppose you could use steel reinforcing, you could use an old gate, you can use old fencing. There's plenty of options there,
There's plenty of options, that's right. So what we start off with is getting a natural board or timber, or even a piece of plywood, and then I'll get some wire to make some hooks first. And I'll just fold that over, and from there, twist it on a few times, make it strong, and then you just hook it over, try and get it about the same height so it sits square. So there's an example.
Let's have a look.
It doesn't have to be too neat because it's just designed to hook on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Perfect.
That's fine. Yeah, that's great.
The next step is to attach the plant, yeah?
Yes, it is. So here's an example of one here.
And you've just pre-drilled some random holes in there roughly apart.
That's right.
To enable you to clasp.
That's right. All right, that's on there. Just need to keep the pressure on to attach it. Some are easier than others, obviously. From there, I cut the wire off. And fold that down.
Yeah, that's nice and solid, and look at that. Let's
hang it up.
Let's give it a test run. Oh, that's fantastic.
Instant garden. So it's endless, the ideas.
Look at that.
I think you're a natural. You already know what you're doing.
All right, bit of wire. Look at that.
Excellent.
I'm happy with that.
Looks great.
Newton's a jack of all trades, an all-round handy, creative kind of guy. He's even a skilled sandstone sculptor, and his work is in gardens and public parks all around New South Wales. Looks fantastic, but I mean, you're a practical, hands-on sort of person, but a little project like this is quite approachable for anyone, I reckon.
I think so. I think so. Certainly, you can see in a small space, it can have an impact.
And for people living in rentals, you know, it's not fixed, so they can take it with them.
That's exactly right. It is portable. It's easy to dismantle and it's easy to assemble. So it's actually perfect for a non-permanent structure. And you don't need to have soil. You can do it on a vertical space, which you don't have a lot of space. So it's really perfect for an urban built-up area. To me, this is a living sculpture. To create this is quite simple to do, but the colours and the shape and the textures just, oh, I love it. It blows me away whenever to see how simple we created this.
Could I go so far as to say that no wall is safe when you're around?
Yeah, it's possible, that's right. I'm always looking at someone's wall. Might even have a look at yours. That's right.
The walls of Australia, beware. Newton is on the march and he's going to just green them up.
That's right. Sounds good, sounds good.